We are live today on TikTok and here on Substack. And this morning, my intuition just brought me to an article that I wrote, I think 1 year ago. And we will look for it together because I don't remember the title. I don't remember what it was all about. I think that I was sharing my story through the perspective that I had of myself last year. And I feel like so much have changed, and especially in the past 2 months. I feel like my heart just opened so much, and I'm receiving a lot of new energy around me and the people that I'm meeting and the event that are happening. And I wanted to kind of rewrite that introduction. And as much as I love talking about myself, because I really love talking about me, I'm literally my favorite person in the world. And there's so many aspects of me that I love to share, but I found out that it was so much easier for me to talk about the filth. Everything's filth. Everything that's filthy about me. I shared it all. Literally, I shared my flaws, my mistake, the way I fucked up pieces of my life. And then I came to a point a couple days ago. I was like, maybe I should share my deep desire about what I dream and who I am in my most beautiful and poetic and soft aspect. So that's where I'm at today. And thank you so much for being here. There's so many new people here on TikTok. And I think that we kind of met the moment where I admit to myself that dreams are worth sharing also, and desires. Not only like vulnerability is, there's two sides of vulnerability, and I think that I explored just the dark side of it. And it was really impactful to me to share all those experiences through identity shift and timeline shifting. And I've been in a very dark place for those past, I think, 3 years. But again, it was not dark or depressing, or so many things happen and I shared everything about it. But I feel like I'm in a place where beauty comes out of my heart. It's spilling, and poetry and the way that I see the world now and the way that I want to interact and connect with people. Yeah, so let's explore that article. Hi, 𝐁𝐀𝐄. Welcome. Thank you so much for interacting with me. I really appreciate your movement towards me. That's how I like to call it. So let's go back in time on my Substack. So let's go into the post section and go way back. I don't even remember the title of that article, but let's see. So, hi, for the people that are new here, welcome. I truly appreciate your presence in my life. It heals me in a way to see completely new people here. It's like I'm seeing myself through you. So thank you for being here. Okay, so what was the title of that article? Okay, so I think I got it. Is this the right one? Yes. Okay, so okay, I got it. The title of this article is Creation Begins Where You Let Yourself Feel. And that's interesting to me already because I was so focused. So I wrote this. Okay, perfect. I wrote this on um, February 28th. So almost 1 year ago. And I don't even recognize that person. Yeah, no, I know her, but I, yeah, she's changed a lot. So the first thing that I noticed is that I was so um focused on teaching. I was so focused on teaching people that even when I was trying to introduce myself and speak about me, I was always thinking about how can I translate something or how can I provide some value without thinking about being creative myself. So the title of today is Creation Begins Where You Let Yourself Feel. And again, it's interesting to me because it's not like an article talking about me. It's more, okay, I need to provide something. I had this really big need of bringing value, and I kind of lost my creativity in it. And that's that's really interesting to me. So here it goes. Hey, I'm Vey. You created me and your experience to lead you back to the feelings you've spent your life avoiding. From now on, there's no reason to avoid anything. Those feelings will take you straight to what you're meant to create as a creator, an artist, and a visionary. First, here's my story. I wrote my story. I don't even remember what I wrote in it, but anyways, it was again 1 year ago exactly. Okay. I was always a child of raw nerves and open wounds, violently sensitive. My emotion had no limits. Since the beginning, I felt everything all at once, always. At 4 years old, I already knew I was creating my entire universe, and that's true. My senses blurred together. I saw colors, tasted letters and numbers. Still true. And heard entire stories from the license plates passing by on the road. I never thought I was broken, but I always felt different in the most magical way. That said, being so sensitive that I could see beauty where no one else could was as spectacular as it was long. It was as spectacular as it was lonely. Misunderstood, I became an angry child, then a defiant teenager, armed with the power of vision and art. But I was terribly alone. And I feel like this year I've kind of learned, not learn is not the right word, but I tamed, maybe it's a better word, loneliness. And I think that you can only tame loneliness by being with people. Because loneliness, there's such a beautiful aspect of loneliness, which is the relationship you have with yourself. And um, on the other side of it, there's isolation. And this is where you feel alone with people. And that's really sad in a way. Learning to be alone and learning to love yourself. This is a very interesting thing because I never felt the need to learn how to love myself because I even if I went in those very, very dark places in my life, I always loved myself. And the one aspect that I love the most about myself, and one aspect that I'm pretty confident since the beginning of my life, is that I am a very imaginative person. I'm still a child. I'm a very imaginative woman. And I always love that aspect of me in such a deep way that, of course, I hated some parts of me at some time. But I always had the capacity to see my heart for what it is. And I'm truly proud of myself for this. So loving yourself could mean probably anything. Because what else there is outside of love? That's a philosophical question that we can ask ourselves. And we probably can talk about it for a long time. That said, being so sensitive that I could see beauty where no one else could was as spectacular as it was lonely. Yes, I read that part. So I was terribly alone. How are you today? The question that I love to ask people is, how's the weather in your heart? And that's how I love to explore myself. Because it forces you to close your eyes and look inward and open up your imagination. So for all the people here today, what's the weather in your heart? I would love to know. So the weather today in my chest is mm, I see spring. I see spring, pursing winter. Do you know the flower? I don't know the name of that flower in English, but there's a flower that grows through snow, and it's called in French personnage, and it's so beautiful. It's a white flower, and if I like do the exact translation from French to English, it's like pierce snow. That's the name of the flower. And there's a lot of it in my heart today. So it's kind of early spring, but still with the chilly sensation of the cold wind. So yeah, that's how I feel today. So I was lost and furious when I was a teenager. I stumbled into the spiritual journey. Of course, when you're that lost, there's always a place where we all meet, and it's in the spiritual world. But I wasn't the type to start with yoga or healing retreats. Of course not. I started with the occult. I threw myself into witchcraft, the left-hand path, chaos magic. That journey led me to quit my perfect day job as a comic book editor and fly on YouTube, where I shared my passion for poetry and the craft. Good day to you. Thank you for being here, for being back. Yes, I'm talking about chaos magic, yes. Witchcraft led me to shadow work, and shadow work led me to therapy, and therapy led me to study psychology in university. Until in 2021, I became what I called a compassionate spiritual teacher, a six-figure business. Wow. I thought I made it, but I had no more opinions, no more fire, no more feelings, no haters. Absolutely no haters. Just a couple of admirers. See the perfect balance, you know? I could see both sides of everything. Nothing moved me. Nothing made me choose. Nothing pulled me towards what once set my heart on fire. And in this absolute fuckery of confusion, I stopped creating. From 2022 to 2024, no more social media, no more projects, no more art, no more poetry, no more money. But God, I was wise, kind, and compassionate. So compassionate with everyone but myself, of course. I was miserable like never before. I was empty, sitting at my desk, surrounded by all my knowledge and boundaries, trying to understand what the fuck was wrong with my art and heart. I lost it, I told myself. It's over, the magic is gone, I am done. I wrote this, so for the people that just landed here, hi, first. I am reading an article that I wrote 1 year ago about me. That was kind of my introduction when you come in my house, in my home, that I called Substack. If you don't know, that platform is a place for writers and readers to meet, to make out. And that's my favorite place. That's where I spend my hours, days, minutes, moments. So I'm a writer, actually. Hi. I write all day. So my intuition this morning brought me to read that article that I didn't read. Like, I didn't read it since I wrote it 1 year ago. And I wanted to see what kind of change since that moment. So we are reading it today. And you can read everything that I write on Substack. Hi, Benny. So you can read the whole article on Substack. I write on my computer and on my journal. This is my journal. So here we go. Let's continue. Then I met my mentor and friend Mandy. We worked together for 3 months straight to bring myself back to me, to my feelings, on this phase 2 journey that I came face to face with the teenager part of me, the one that I had done everything in my power to discard, believing in it to be a vicious dog. So, yeah, I kind of met my teenager self again because I kind of buried it because I thought that she was bad. But I buried that part of me with my passion. I buried that part of me with my drive and leadership and self-authority and opinions. I lost my voice while burying that part of me. And let me tell you, when I realized what I had done in a wave of rage, I cried like a newborn goat on an altar. Nose shitting, drooling, miserably beautiful, yet more ready to create and exist than ever before. And I remember that moment. I swear it took literally 2 seconds. The energy surged through my body. It was a spectacular liberation. And then I wrote a book in 10 days. Yes, I didn't remember that I was talking about that book. So I wrote my first book in 10 days, and it's called Feel More from Void to Vision. I wrote in the article, I vomited it. Literally 10 days and it was done. Every single word, every single word. No filter, no editing, no second guessing. It clawed its way out of me like it had been waiting for 1,000 years and more. So, From Void to Vision is a poetic journey about the nothingness, the emptiness, the absolute void I had been trapped in, and how I found my way back to feeling and having a new vision for myself and my art. There it is. That book. So, that's what I shared on that article. And I thought that it was longer. But the, again, the first thing that I observed about this is that I was, again, more focused on teaching and providing and giving value and serving than really expressing myself the way that I wanted to. Yeah. Thank you. I took that picture this morning, actually. And I love it. And I'm about to um, write an article that will fit the picture, the new picture, because I will be rewriting that introduction today. And I think maybe we can start the post today together. Self-expression is so vital for our own well-being. I believe that too. Yes. Because yeah, it's the way we exist, right? So let's start the post together because when I was taking like new pictures. Okay, so let's slow down a little and just take a moment to breathe, drink tea, and let's start from the beginning, shall we? Good morning. Okay, so let's slow down. This morning, well, let's go way back. I am working with 20 artists right now. Specifically 20 writers. I'm working with them and challenging them every day for 28 days so they can grow on Substack and express themselves and really tap into their feelings and putting them out, because that I love intuition so much, because see, that's what I observed in the article that I wrote like 1 year ago. I was talking about feeling more than I was living it back then, and this is what I bring to people 1 year later. And I've made so many changes in the way that I speak and share, and yeah. So that's really fun to see the difference. So what I wanted to say about that is that I learn a lot from them too. So when I teach, when I share things, when I mentor artists, I always pretend that I am talking to a mirror, that this person that it's in front of me is a part of me, it's a part of who I am, and I'm discovering myself through that person. And that's why I'm so strangely open this week, because I've met so many new people on TikTok, actually. And I have so many beautiful discussion in DMs and in comments. And some of you are here today. And again, I really appreciate you being here. But I see completely new parts of myself through you, through everyone that I'm meeting. So it's the same thing with the people that I work with. And one thing that they inspired me a lot to do is to use all of my talents to enhance my writing. And I love AI so much. I'm a very I love making out and slow kissing AI, you know? Not that I want AI to replace artists or replace humans, but the combination of the two, when the project, when the vision is heart-led, magic happen. And I use AI a lot, especially for my thumbnails and pictures. But those people, those artists that I work with right now, they really inspired me to slow down and really use all of my talents in photography and drawing and everything to enhance what I'm writing, instead of trying to produce more and more and more, just going back a little bit to what I love the most, which is being creative and being a very imaginative woman. So that's what I did this morning. I decided to take new pictures for my socials and especially my Substack. And that brought me to think about a new introduction, since it's been 1 year, and since that one is not, it's not it anymore. And I was listening to a video of Leila Ormozi. I don't know if you know her, but maybe if you are in the business world and productivity realm, well, you might know Alex Ormozi, and Leila, it's his wife. And I love the way she speaks, and I love her presence. And she was talking about letting go of old identity. And my whole year was all about letting pieces of me die, letting old identity die. And it was such a challenging process for me. And I'm still doing it. You know, it's not something that it's over. And I grew so fast. I grew so fast this year that I was meeting new parts of myself, and already I needed to mourn them because I was going so fast. And yeah, ego death. I lived that kind of experience once, and it was very interesting in a terrifying way. And maybe I will share that story with you. And one thing that I can tell you right now is that nature saved my ass. Nature truly saved my ass in that experience of this ego death. And by the way, I did that, it was intense, but without any drugs or without any medicine, just by exploring deeply what was going on inside myself. And okay, maybe I can talk a little bit about it, because Okay, so I had this experience. I will not like share all the details of this really like spiritual and weird moment it was, but right after that moment, like the space was the space around me was fucked up in such I don't even know how to explain it. Okay, so and I remember I took my phone and I opened TikTok, and every person that I was seeing on TikTok, I was really like looking right in their eyes, and I was like, I created that person. I created that person. I created, oh my God, I am this person. I am this person. And it was so clear and vivid to me. That was insane. And of course, that experience like really brought me to learn so fast and to really open up to people around me and artists around me, because I am surrounded by artists. Um, and yeah, that was, I don't even have the words to share more about that experience, but every person that I was seeing, I was like, that that girl, she's me. I am her. We are together. We are the same, like we're the same thing, the same sort. I don't know, but it was really, really special. But again, really terrifying, because the space around me was really, really weird, and I didn't remember what I was looking like. Even if I was looking into that mirror, I was like, there's a person there, and I'm also a person. And I was not like one ego. I was like, the reflection in the mirror was fucking real in a way, but at the same time, none of this was tangible. And I remember I texted my friend Mandy, and I was like, I need help right now, because I'm not rooted at all. I am not grounded at all. And she was like, okay, so first, you can go through this. You're living this for a specific reason. Just go, remove your shoes, um, get rid of your socks, and just go into nature and just touch everything that that's around you. So that's exactly what I did. I was touching like the trees and I was touching the ground, and I was like, okay, h- how much I love this experience of being a human. And okay, we are a human now, and this is what we are going to do. And it made me fall in love with nature even more, and it made me fall in love with playing the game of being me, of being they, of being that lost and beautiful artist that I am. Bonne nuit, Dani. À bientôt. I think I've missed a couple of your message. Well, you're gorgeous. Thank you. Would you hold your hair up for a second? The thing is, I really love when my hair is like all, but if you have any demand for me, you can send me a DM, and I will send you my PayPal link. Why not? I will hold my hair. I'm a writer, by the way. I can be anything that you want. I have to get ready for my own thing, for your own life. That's what you meant, right? Well, still waiting for you to be live. What's happening? What are you doing? Mm. So that's what we are doing today. I took picture this morning, and I was talking about like the marriage between AI and artists, and I love that those pictures so much because I use what I know, and I asked AI to help me with making it more imaginative, a little bit, just a little. And see, I'm sharing my journey through elegance and power and self authority and influence on TikTok right now a lot. I'm talking about that. And I feel like little things and slowing down is a big part of being elegant. And that's still a word that I'm learning to make it grow in my mouth. It's not, I don't feel like there's a garden in my throat still when I'm talking about elegance because I don't come from an elegant place at all. I used to be very violent and very harsh. And I think that my biggest challenge is to keep a little bit of both and build something out of this. Because to be you need to be violent in so many beautiful ways to be a leader and to hold a vision and to, I don't know, hold energy to build, to create. But you also need softness to appreciate people, to appreciate nature, and to write poetry. So yeah. Okay, so the title that I have in my mind since this morning is something like becoming an elegant woman without, no, not without, becoming a woman of elegance without, no, not without. I'm still holding a dream, a little girl's dream. I think that I think that the new title will be something like this. So I love to start with the title and just go with it and come back to it later, you know. Thank you, BHG. I appreciate it. Hi, Tito. I'm glad you're here. How are you? Especially the one on your hands. I can see it. I'm getting tattoos for the first time. Oh, and Spo. The thing is, um, those are all like street tattoos. They are not like great tattoos. I think that I tattoo myself in with the need of protecting something, like looking um I don't know the word, but looking like warrior or something. I was my tattoos actually are there to protect my softness and vulnerability. Yeah. I don't think I would have that much tattoo today. But I don't regret them. But yeah, some I've made myself. And those are not like great um artistic tattoos. This is very street like tattoos made with a needle and some spit. Yeah, they are beautiful. You are talented. I really appreciate your energy. This is warm in my heart. Thank you. Street is art, babe. Yes. There's a part of me that really, really loves my tattoos. No. And I've made it all like puzzles. Yeah, see? Do you get it? Stumble on this live and it catches the eyes. Someone somewhere will find a treasure in spending time with you to figure them out. The tattoos, you mean? See, one thing that I can tell you is that many people knows my tattoos by art. You're so interesting, even the cadence in you speak. This is something that I'm working with a lot right now and that I will talk about on TikTok. English is obviously not my first language. So I'm still learning it. And being here on live almost every day helps me a lot. So speaking slowly helped me accomplish two things that are very important to me. So being more like well spoken and being more like elegant and I don't know. This is important for self authority. I'm American and you talk fast and a lot. That you take time to think. It is graceful. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have to study, girl. I have finals. Well, Go for it. Thank you for being here. Your fighting spirit. Yeah. Do I have a fighting spirit? I used to. There's a part of me, of course, that loves to fight. And I love to fight, actually. Yeah, that's true. You're right. You see me more than I see myself. Um, I love to fight. I love to fight with people. Thank you for being here. See you soon. I love to fight with people because I always win. One thing that I absolutely love is playing mind chess game, and I'm invincible. You fight me all the time to post my drawings. This is very interesting because I went on your profile a couple days ago. Remember the day you wrote me in my DM? And I went to see your profile, and I saw one post, and you didn't post anything since. What's happening, Tidal? Mm. You can hide. I've been way too caught up with making something for a friend. Do you really feel like you can make truly something for your friend if you're not even able to do something for yourself? Maybe. Well, let's see then. Well, we are done for today. I still have to make you that dress. Please do something for yourself first. Truly, truly for yourself. Like, schedule it. Put it on your calendar and just, this is the 2 weeks that I use all of my talents to make something for myself. And share it with the world. Share it with the world. And send it to me. Or, you know, I have this thing where I don't leave people's mind really easily. You will have the ghost of me in your mind telling you that exact thing. Because your intuition really, really agrees with what I'm saying right now. Hmm. Oh, interesting. Post it. Or else, you know how it is. I need those good biceps, Tito. And seeing the way you posted, that means nothing. Well, I should have those really juicy, delicious biceps in my DM since a long time. People on Substack would absolutely not see what I'm talking about right now. Oh, well, Gabrielle, I did not see you there. I don't know if you're still here. Who knows? Okay, so what's the reason why I do this on Substack is because I you can rewatch. Oh, you're here. Hi, welcome. I'm still doing it on Substack still because even if there's no one, but I was about to say that there were no one, but actually Gabrielle is here. Hi, welcome. Um, yeah, you can rewatch those stream on Substack, which is pretty fun. You can rewatch if you miss something or want to rewatch something. So I'm done for the day. This was the last stream of the week. We will be back together next Tuesday. Same time, 1 p.m. And I absolutely don't know what I will be talking about then, but I'm pretty sure that it will be intuitively guided. Because what else can I do? So thank you for everyone on TikTok. I really appreciate you. And thank you, Gabrielle, for being here on Substack. If you have any question or want to talk about something in French or in English, I'll be here. You know exactly where to find me. So see you. See you soon. Bye, Substack. I love you.